I've had a couple of pretty bad ones. I've had someone T-boned me in the corner. We went over the turn and almost landed on the camera guy, the photography guy.
Freak Nation, his name is Michael Hicks, joining us here in the Freak Nation. And Michael, I'm talking about steaks and Omaha steaks and how tasty steaks would sound right about now when it's 47 degrees outside. Are you a red meat fan or a chicken fan or everything fan?
Pretty much everything. When I go out to eat, I'll get chicken and steak at the same time. So,
well, listen, man. When you're a 3-time ArenaCross champion and kicking ass again for the 2022-2023 GT ArenaCross Outlaw Series, I think you can damn near order whatever you want, Broham.
Hell yeah.
So, who buys when you win a race? Who buys the champ dinner?
Pretty much just me and my dad going to all the races. So if I do good, I'll buy dinner on the way home.
Is that because Dad supported you up until now with his pocketbook, so to speak?
Yeah, the least I can do is buy a dinner for us.
Again, Freak Nation, Michael Hicks joining us here in the Freak Nation, 3-time ArenaCross champion, part of the General Tire ArenaCross Outlaw Series. And it's a really short series comparatively speaking to other two-wheel series. And he, again, won overall in Claremore, Oklahoma over the weekend. That's Friday and Saturday nights. And the more we look into this, it's interesting that, again, you look at ArenaCross and you guys, again, you run 250s, you run 450s, and it's your cumulative score on, again, that's similar to what motocross does. I get that. But when you're rolling on a 250 to 450 on these tracks, is there that much of a difference in how you handle a 250 versus a 450, or is that just a stupid ass question?
No, most guys just ride a 250. The tracks are so small that 450 is just way too fast. Now, when you get into like a bigger stadium like Oklahoma, you could have rode a 450, but the 450 weighs more, so it's a little bit harder to ride, and then obviously more powerful. So most people prefer 250 because it's lighter, easier to throw around. And I really like riding a 450 in a bigger race. But now that I'm on a team, I have a race bike, so I just pretty much just stick to my 250 and race that pretty much in every race. But no, it's good.
You talk about being lighter and easier to throw around, talking about a 250 bike. Your background, at least, and still your training is BMX. Moving from that to the motorcycle, I mean, there's nothing light about a motorcycle compared to a BMX bike. So all in all, what you're doing is much more difficult anyway.
Yeah, I've rode BMX bikes since I was, 4 years old. I've been riding bicycles, but I think it just really helps me. A lot of guys, there'll be like 3 jumps, and if they can't get over the one, they'll kind of like bounce through them. Whereas I'm able to, it's called a manual, where you keep the back wheel on the ground. And so just I keep the back wheel on the ground more than they do, and then that's just driving the wheel. So it's helped out with a ton, and just kind of I'm really real light and fluent on the bike. I can throw it around wherever I want, and so it's helped out a ton transferring over from that.
Something specifically that you've been known to do is when you take one of the larger jumps, whether it's a double or a triple, you can move the bike in the air, and you are positioning yourself for the turn, whereas others are not doing that. Why do you think others haven't picked up on that?
It's all about bike control. I'm really comfortable on my bike, and I can throw it around. A lot of don't like it's called when you go off a jump and you stay lower. You'll turn off the face of the jump, and you'll stay lower on the jump. But it's you'll see some videos, and especially on the Fox Sports, if you watch the live broadcast, you'll see me stay lower than most guys, and it's quicker, but it's just I'm so comfortable on my bike, I can just pretty much turn off the face of a jump and not really care. And all in all, it's those in ArenaCross when you got a lap time that's 24 seconds. Every second and every part of the track matters.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Michael Hicks, 3 times GT ArenaCross Outlaw champion. Jeremy McGrath used to do that in Supercross, where guys would leap high in the air, and he would be about 10 feet lower than them and get to the next, get down on the ground faster than they did. Is that where you learned that from, watching him?
Yeah, him, James Stewart, all that, and just experience. I pick up on a lot of things, and sometimes it gets a little scary because we'll go over the finish line and I'll scrub it, and I'll be almost underneath them, it feels like, and then kind of miss them and hope that they don't land on me. But yeah, especially with ArenaCross being you're racing so close. I mean, me and a kid named Isaiah Clark, we race together, and I mean we'll go around the track and we'll be not but a foot apart in the turns and over the jumps. So it's pretty crazy.
Talked about buying your dad dinner, Michael Hicks. I assume that's not burger and fries, right?
And sometimes you know, we're in the van traveling on the road, and you know, it's sometimes you just gotta pull over and get some quick food, but most of the time we're in a big van, so you can't really go through a drive-through. So, and especially with every place being closed right now, but after we race, we usually try to get some good food, especially in the morning because we race Friday night, and then we have all day Saturday before Saturday night's racing. So we just try to eat somewhat good and save some energy.
Yeah, I saw you're from St. Louis, right? St. Louis has got some pretty good food. Barbecue, you got any special barbecue place in St. Louis?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a local place. It's called Sugar Fire. It's like a barbecue place in St. Louis. It's really good.
They must be a sponsor. That came up really quick.
What frequent place.
What about ice cream? This Ted Drew's. Somebody told me that Ted Drew's is the king place that everybody in St. Louis goes to. And I did go to one, and the line was around the corner, down the block. You needed GPS to get to the window. Is that as good as people make it out to be?
Oh yeah, that's probably what I think 15 minutes from me. So it's not as far.
No, so you've had a little experience with Ted Drew's, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. You ever go to these places? Who do you put? You don't have a lot of room on a bike. Who do you put on the bike for food sponsorship if you're on the road all the time?
I don't have nothing yet. I wish I did.
Man, you ought to. The way we're talking about it, maybe Statman's Barbecue and his ice cream shop. Holy smokes. Michael Hicks, 3-time GT ArenaCross Outlaw champion, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Arm pump has always been a big deal for riders. Curious with these shorter courses in ArenaCross, and again, you having to ride the 250 and the 450 Friday and Saturday night. For you, is arm pump an issue with your forearms?
I've never really struggled with it throughout my whole growing up and all that, but the big thing though with ArenaCross, like last year we were in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and it was -6 degrees out.
Oh.
Stadium, they said it was 21 degrees. So I ended up getting arm pump because I was just so cold, and I ended up just locking up. I was in the lead, and the kid behind me was going a little bit faster, and I couldn't hold on for nothing. And I ended up just having to let him pass me because it's dangerous for me to keep riding, trying to keep up. But in the next race, I ended up I put on an undershirt and then stayed a little bit, and it helped, and I ended up winning. But yeah, that's the big thing with ArenaCross. It'll be come wintertime. I mean, it's cold outside, so and you're racing it's so intense that you're breathing, you're not breathing, and then your blood pumps up. But
it was 21 degrees in a shed, or was this outdoor?
Yeah, it was -6 outside and snowing, and then in the stadium because it was so. I think the heater actually broke in there. And it was 21 degrees. Yeah, when you there was the straightaway, when you'd go down it, you could feel that breeze when you're just hitting all the air.
What were the fans doing? What, they have electric blankets? Are they using torches to keep their face warm?
Yeah. No, I don't think there wasn't a whole lot of fans in the stands that night.
Oh man. Yeah, that's brutal. No, thank you.
Michael Hicks, 3-time GT. That's General Tire Arena Cross Outlaw Champion. And by the way, is that van that you're in right now, or one of those vans down the road got some new General Tires on them?
Yeah, my the van that we're kind of building right now, General Tire ended up sending me 6 tires, and really grateful for that. The tires look awesome on the van, and I got some rims for it, and then now I got some really good tires. So got a big thank you to them.
Oh, do you have the pits outside the arena, or do they manage to get the pits inside?
There's usually you pit inside, but like this weekend we pitted outside because the weather wasn't super horrible, and like sometimes the big part of stadiums is they'll get so smoky and kind of dirty that it's almost unhealthy just to be in the stadium. So we know which ones usually get like that, and we'll just try to either stay outside or pit in like the hallway where the dust can't get to or something like that. But
golly,
this is winter racing, folks. Yeah, reminds me of the Chili Bowl, and yeah, this you do what you do.
Yeah, and some of the stadiums, I mean, we race in like horse arenas and stuff like that. So the pits are where everyone's bikes are, where like they would keep, the horses and the cattle. So it's dirt, and people walking back and forth. It just stirs up a whole lot of dust.
Is it just dirt or something else mixed in with the dirt?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Look, if it keeps you warm and it's 21 degrees, I might roll around in some freaking manure, man.
That's you, Kenny. You do you.
Yeah, you enjoy that, partner.
You can't smell it. It's frozen.
Oh, no.
Manure blanket, man.
Hey, Dad, what are you going to buy at the store today?
I'm out of Lucas Oil Fuel Treatment, so let's jump in here and grab us some.
Well, do they have the Lucas Oil Parts Cleaner and Degreaser?
I bet they do.
Well, how about the Lucas Oil Power Steering Fluid?
They'll have that too.
Even the Octane Booster?
I won't be surprised if they do.
My favorite red and tacky grease?
Yes, they will, babe.
Dad, when we're done, can we grab some candy?
Deal, but you gotta share.
Awesome! Lucas works.
Hey, Michael Hicks, 3-time General Tire Arena Cross Outlaw Champion.
And crushing it this season.
Joining us here in the Freak Nation on his way to another championship. Is it nice to kick the ass of Mike Alessi each and every Saturday night?
Yeah, me and Mike race really well together. We've never had any problems. He, after the race, he'll be like, if I'm faster than he is, he knows it, and he'll tell me, he's like, hey, I'm not this weekend. We were battling both main events on Saturday night, and he was like, hey, if you're faster, like, I don't want to hold you up, so just go on by me. But I was like, well, you weren't letting me go on by you. He was trying, but ended up getting into some lappers that held him up a little bit, and I ended up making the move past him. But I mean, he's a good guy. He races really good, and I'm just glad to race people like that. We've had problems with people, dirty racing and all that, especially with 24-second lap time. Everyone's going pretty fast, so not a whole lot of room to pass.
Hey, hold on. You can't just lay it out there. We'll end it with this. What's the dirtiest move that's been pulled on you through your 3 championships on the way to your 4th?
I've had a couple of pretty bad ones. I've had someone T-boned me in the corner, and we went over the turn and almost landed on the camera guy, the photography guy, and we almost landed on a metal ramp that they do the freestyle shows on.
Oh,
and I've had another one where a guy just T-boned me in the corner in the first turn. I went over the turn, and then like bruised my forearm for like 2 months or something like that. And but I've seen a lot of other people get like worse. I've had it pretty good though.
Bam!
It's because you're so fast they can't catch you. That's why. which is a good thing, obviously.
Hey, Hicks, thanks for doing this, buddy. We've been partners with General Tire for a long, long time. And when they put their big, fat name on this series, we thought, we got to get some of you happy bastards here in the Freak Nation, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Go enjoy yourself, man, and watch out for those 21-degree weathers and that frozen manure out there on the track, okay?
I'll try.
See you, buddy.
Michael.
Yeah, thank you, guys.